There have been loud explosions in Ukraine's capital over the last few hours. The Air Force says its defense systems have been engaged in repelling a large-scale Russian attack. The mayor of Kyiv says there's been power and water cuts in the wake of the attack. Now, the Reuters news agency says one of its safety advisors has been killed and 2 other staff injured in a Russian missile strike on a hotel in the Ukrainian city of Kramatorsk. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has accused Russia of deliberately targeting the hotel.
Увесь день сьогодні в Краматорську тривав розбір.
All day today, debris was being cleared in Kramatorsk after the Russian missile strike. Journalists were among the casualties, the video crew from Reuters, citizens of Ukraine, America and Britain. A normal city hotel was destroyed by a Russian Iskander missile, absolutely deliberately, in a premeditated way. 7 people were wounded and 1 died in this strike. My condolences to friends and families. And this is everyday terror which still goes on because Russia has the means to continue.
Well, the Russian military says it's destroyed more than 20 Ukrainian attack drones over several southern regions. Videos show blasts hitting buildings in the city of Saratov, where Moscow says 9 drones were destroyed. The Defense Ministry also says similar attacks were repelled in Belgorod and in Kursk. Let's get more on this with Al Jazeera's Alex Katopoulos. He joins us from the capital, Kyiv. So a massive assault by Russia into Ukraine over the last few hours. What more can you tell us?
Very much so. As I said now, 3 people dead. The strikes were a complex mix of drones, cruise and ballistic missiles fired from land, sea and air, and managed to in part overwhelm Ukraine's air defences systems. Lviv was hit in the west. Someone was killed in Lutsk, and Dnipro, Zaporizhia, Odessa, and of course the capital were all hit. Now, in some parts, it looks like now that infrastructure is being targeted, electricity, water. In the capital itself, some parts of the city are without both. Same goes with Odessa. So these strikes, these are certainly the heaviest in several months. And the sirens are still ongoing. And you can hear quite clearly, intermittently, the loud booms as air defences engage missiles as they try and hit targets in the capital.
And Alex, we still have Ukrainian inroads being made into Russia. What is the latest you can tell us about what's going on in Kursk? Well,
President Zelenskyy has said that 1 to 3 kilometers has been the level of advance for Ukrainian forces, but Russian resistance is starting to stiffen. Airborne troops have been brought up to fight alongside the Russian Marines already there. They brought up artillery. Now, these are disciplined troops, which means there have been cases now where Ukrainian forces have surrounded a unit. Now, if the troops were ill-disciplined, they would have surrendered. But because these guys know what they're doing, they'll be able to fight their way out of an encirclement and also repel Ukrainian attacks. So the advances are being made, but at a greater and greater and greater cost for Ukraine.
There have also been developments on the border with Belarus. What's been happening there?
Again, so Belarus, and this has been going on for days, Belarus has accused Ukraine of having 120,000 troops right up on the border, saying which is an aggressive move. The Ukrainians have turned around and said we have nothing of the sort. Our military disposition hasn't changed at all. And now Ukraine has accused Belarus of moving artillery, special forces troops, engineering troops, tanks, and a whole load of military units, exactly the sort of mix you would need for some sort of offensive military action. So, and the Belarusians have turned around and said, well, excuse me, we haven't done this at all. And both sides are asking the other to de-escalate, move their units back, so there isn't any kind of room for misunderstanding, which is the danger here, obviously. So, yes, tense still. Let's see what the Belarusians do in the next few hours and how they're going to respond if they do indeed pull their units back.
OK, thank you for that. Alex Katopoulos there for us from Kyiv.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.